crazy.
Oh, that's awesome.
Kizzy, how you doing?
Karisma!
Good, how are you doing?
So here's the thing. I got to start this, and then we'll get into everything. All right, so hey, it's Brian Sebastian, Movie Reviews and More, WomenOnTV.tv, iTube 247 out of Tennessee, and WomenOnTV.tv, the Women's Broadcast TV Network. I'm so excited I can't even talk. I haven't seen my adopted Canadian family in a long time. So we got to start with Joanne first, because Joanne I met through Sherry Nelson out of British Columbia. But Joanna, is it Ontario, Kitchener? Is that right?
Kitchener, Ontario.
See, I got it right. And then Tasha, singer out of Miami, Florida. So I found her, 2 months ago, Tosh? And she puts up all my videos. So what happened, as you guys know, Kirsten and Kizzy Superstar, remember that's your nickname I gave you? So as you know, I'm always talking about the Collins family no matter where I go. One of the favorite families that I've ever run into, and I just adore these people. So as words started getting out, all of a sudden, Sherry was always going to be on. Joanna found out who you guys were and had been following you, I don't know how long. And Tasha all of a sudden said, oh, yes, I want to do this. There was cut off the list. That's how famous the Collins family still are.
Well, we feel very honored to be here with all you guys. You all look so stunning. I'm like, broskies.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it's the lighting in my room because I have
You know what? Just perceive
lighting.
it as your own. You're like, I am so stunning. Don't even worry about it.
So let's start here first. What is about Canadian women in general? They're always very nice, always very friendly. Huh, Sherry? Huh, Joanna? Huh, Superstars and Kirsten? And they always like to sing and they like to write. It's very, very refreshing. Tosh, nothing to take away from you because you got that Latin flavor in Florida.
It's okay. I can be part of the Canadian fam.
We receive you as our Canadian
We'll adopt
sister.
you in.
Yay.
So Sherry, how I met them and why I really adored them, we all just got along. So I always wanted to promote, Kirsten. I never felt that she got her due as a I call her a world-renowned singer because I think she's that good. I really do. So I always wanted to help promote her. And then Kizzy, she was always the youngest, but I always looked at her as a future superstar. So I came up with the name for her as a superstar because I saw her dressed up when I met her when she was 16, and she was just so stylish then. I looked at this girl, I'm like, my God, she's a superstar. So that's how she got her name.
Right, Kizzy. Thank you.
Aww.
No, Kristen, I was watching I'm following you like millions of others, and you've got one of those really unique voices that I believe stadiums, once we can do that again, you've got that range and that strength in your voice where you can pull off national anthems, which is rare for most people, but you're beautiful to look at, yay Canada, and you just sound fantastic, and I recommend anybody watching, follow this young lady. She's got amazing range and depth, and your covers actually, the Taylor Swift cover that you did and the Ed Sheeran one that you did, better than me.
Thank you. Wow, you're like touching my heart. Thank you so much. I so appreciate that. I need to hear those things sometimes. Thank you.
No, you're great. And for us Canadians, like we're just where I live in British Columbia, we're just getting to summer, getting to the lakes. Your family has that music, that sound. I think you want on the beach with you. It's just good. It's really good.
Thank
you.
Congratulations. Thank you. Take us with you. I want to be at the beach because right now I'm in California and they just shut down everything.
Yeah.
So take me with you.
What are you gonna do? What do you think you'll do? Will you write? What do you think you're gonna do? Because it's almost like house arrest, isn't it?
It is. It's been a little exhausting to kind of define the feelings. I think that me individually has been feeling, on top of like just a lot of overwhelming extra things happening at the same time. It's been really cool to watch as my heart has been exposed deeper and I'm able to actually like heal from a lot of things that I never even thought were there. And so writing is just such a huge like practice to put that all inside of so that other people can resonate with me. Doing some lives, interviews like this to talk to other women and men about how they're doing, because I think communication is just so key, and I love to learn. So yeah, I think that is pretty much my doing of what I'll be doing in my house, and playing Settlers of Catan. I don't know if y'all have been playing that one. That is a good game.
Great
The
game.
best game.
At the time. So great.
Superstar, when did you cut your hair? I love your short hair. I wanted to reach out to you, but I never had your number. And I'm like, wow,
Aw.
complimented on the hair. When did you cut your hair and why'd you do it?
Yeah, thank you. I actually shaved my head off, all of my hair, which is a crazy drastic thing for me to do, but I just felt like I didn't want to put all of my identity into what I looked like anymore. And so for me, it was kind of just I don't know, like looking deeper into myself and kind of like seeing myself more, showing who I am without hiding it behind, because I love fashion, I love beauty, I love makeup, all of that, but it kind of became such a big part of who I am. And so for me, I ended up cutting my hair because I wanted to show who I am more, and just, I don't know, kind of like take that burden off of always looking perfect. So yeah, it's been amazing. And the journey of growing your hair out is always a funny one, because some days you love it and some days it's just a poof on your head and you're not sure what's happening. But yeah,
I feel you, because with this hair, like in the humidity in Miami, sometimes I just want to chop it all off.
yeah,
curly hair doesn't work good like that, because I feel like I'll look like a sponge when if I cut my hair. I look like a little sponge.
Yeah.
So I
hair,
feel
though, I think it's beautiful, but I could see that it'd be a lot of effort for sure.
It is.
Joanna, I know you have a question.
Oh, well, just to touch on the hair part, because yeah, the hair is it's literally a workout every time I take a shower just to wash this hair. The frizz and everything. But yeah, so especially with what's going on right now, and you guys being content creators and keeping everything fresh and new, like has your perspective changed, like when you're putting out content now and you're on YouTube? And by the way, I watch your videos. I'm like fangirling right now. Yeah, so I just want to know, as like a viewer, you know, I'm watching I watch YouTube a lot, and I like spend a lot of time on YouTube. So yeah, especially right now, like what goes through your mind, and what do you want to put out there to the world now, especially with what's going on? Like what's your mental state at this point in time?
That's a good question.
Yeah,
Karisma, do you want to answer first,
question.
or do you want me to?
Sure, I'll go. Or you can go, either way.
Go for it.
Yeah, I think there's so much kind of chaos going on around us right now. Like there's a lot of negativity and a lot of, you know, it can be easy to go and look at the news and be overwhelmed. So I feel like as a creator, it's kind of still being authentic, still being, you know, real about what we're going through, but also being a positive light and kind of helping people, you know, for lack of a better word, like distract themselves from all the craziness going on. It's so important for us to be able to come together over art, over music, over fashion, because those things I feel like keep us sane, creativity. And so I feel like it's kind of, as a creator, it's really just, my perspective has changed a little bit with spending a lot of time in quarantine by myself, of what it is I really want to put out there, like who I want to be to the world, and even my followers and just the friends around me, you know, like, because people right now need grounding more than ever and need people that are going to kind of be a positive light. So I'd say I just kind of am more aware of what it is that I'm like posting, and trying to just be genuine about also not always being happy, because everything is so, you know, up and down right now, that it's important for me as a creator to explain that I'm not always doing well either, you know? So that's what I would say. Yeah.
Beautiful, Kizzy. Honestly, I agree with everything Karisma said. I think that during this, like, I am a person that I love to be a workaholic. So I would put my body everywhere I possibly could in one day, where I would do all the jobs that I could possibly do, because I loved the people and the excitement. And when quarantine hit, it was actually right before my birthday. And I was like, what? I don't get to go anywhere. And I was like, I don't know how to like react to this. Like, I love to like be in the room of producers and other creators and all these people that we get to reflect off one another. And it was actually one of the most beautiful things to like, to sit with myself and talk about all that I've been through in the industry and in my life and what I had walked through already and what I had got to accomplish and the people who have been supporting me for so many years. And I get to like take a second with them and like be like, wow, like let's walk through this together. And it just like, as I was saying before, like just layers of just like myself of like opening up and saying, wow, like what does being creative actually mean to me? Like what is taking a step back and like what, not even just who I am, but what I'm representing in all of my content, or even just a smile. You know what I mean? Like a smile can be considered art if it's the intentions within it are just so much bigger than what you could have possibly imagined. And it's just cool to watch as I get to hear from people all over the world about their stories and what they're going through currently and how they get to be like, you know, have a smile today. It's like, wow, like you made me smile and I made you smile. And I think that that's the coolest thing in the world. So it's honestly been a wake-up call of slow down and enjoy the people around you, enjoy the process in a whole other way, and go even deeper in what you really want with what you're doing, because I can get so caught up in all of the hustle and bustle, and there's so much going on, not even in the bad way, but in a good way. Like there's so much transition and there's so much to grab onto that's going viral, or there's so much all over the world that you're like, what do I even look? I don't know where to look. Like I'm so confused, like what is real, what isn't, like, so it's just been really exhaustingly amazing to take a moment and really process things. So I hope that answers the question.
So Sherry, Joanna, and Tasha, one of the reasons why I felt that she says that is Kirsten's used to traveling around the world by herself. When she was in China, no, you were either going to China, because I invited you guys to something, and she had gotten back just in time, and then we went to, remember when we went to the Gaines Foundation? Because I like the whole family. I don't think it's fair that the guys get to go and the girls don't get to go. So I'm like, I'm going to always invite the whole family to this stuff. So remember when we went to the Gaines Foundation, and I was so happy because the family had a great time, and it was fun to see them take their family photo. Obviously, I jumped in at the end because I figured they're Canadians. I'm going to be their family member. So I classic photos that with the family. Because one of the things I like about them, not only are they daring to go do stuff by themselves, but they truly love each other. And I never had that as a family. So I really like that. So I guess that's why we all kind of get along.
Oh, well, we love you so much, Brian. The way that you love is just so cool, like bringing people together and connecting and just, you know, exposing the good things about people that they wish people saw in them. And so we just really appreciate you taking the time to even just bless like all the people that you bless consistently. So like that you are family for life. And I'm sure all these other women can say the same, or anyone you have interviewed, is like, it's so cool to watch as someone takes the time to love somebody. And so, yeah, we just appreciate you. It is official.
Brian. We're all Team Brian.
Yes, Team Brian.
Kirsten, talk about why you went to China by yourself. You got to tell Sherry and Joanna this. It's interesting.
Oh man. Well, I guess I like Brian said, I love to travel. I love to experience things, and so I personally I believe that God pushes us to do things sometimes that we're not necessarily wanting to do or ready to do or even had in our mind to do. And so when you got something on your heart, you kind of just have to do it. So one time I had a couple of friends and they were going to, well, not friends, I didn't know them at the time, actually. I had no idea their names, but there were people that were going to China. And the first time I actually got to go was with my sister. And the second time I went with all random people. And I just got to experience something so different. I didn't even go to like Hong Kong or Shanghai or nothing. I went to all the outskirts. And so it was like a realization of just like, how grateful I can be in things and how much beauty there is in different places. And I got to like just sing a song for some people and bless people's hearts. And it was so cool because I don't speak the language, but I got to like, afterwards, they were like, I love you. And I was like, wow, it's amazing to see how the whole world knows I love you, you know, and that's like the connector of love and music and sound. And so, yeah, I don't know. It's that simple, quite honestly. I think that just when you feel like you must go somewhere, there's a purpose and an intention of it, and you sometimes just have to go without questions. And while you're there, you'll find out things about yourself that you never knew existed, and purpose in ways with people that you never had a heart for. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it.
The first time we went to China was crazy because we had a 17-hour flight, okay? And we missed it, so we slept at the airport, and then we get there late, so we arrive in China, take a 4-hour bus ride, and arrive 30 minutes before Kirsten has to perform. After all of this, she gets up in 30 minutes, gets dressed, and performs at this festival. No rest, no nothing, just literally like hops off the train from the plane ride straight on stage and killed it. And I was like, whoa, this woman is a powerhouse. I don't understand.
Oh, I love
it was incredible.
I love you. It was crazy, I'm not gonna lie. I was a little exhausted. But I think that's the thing about entertainment is that you just have to be ready for all the unknown, even in life. I mean, I don't know about you guys during this quarantine life, but I mean, I've had to move personally, like, in a different thing like 3 times, and like safely, obviously, but just so much transition even within like a stuck mode. And so I think that you'll move whether you like to or not. Sometimes. Yeah.
So when Tasha, when my friend John Stewart out of there, he used to live in Los Angeles, says, Brian, I got this girl I'm writing songs for. I think she would be good for you. I'm like, okay, who's this one? I said, okay, let me see what she's about. And then when Tosh came on, I'm like, oh, I like this chick. I could do things with her. That's how we came. So we hadn't had a chance to get to Miami to do stuff, but I'm setting up something there in general. So I'm always thinking of the Collins family for certain things. So Sherry and Joanna, when I get my numbers, because by the way, you two, I'm at 5.6 million views a day and counting. It's because of the Collins family that I started seeing these numbers. I'm like, how am I going to ever catch these people? Way there. It's because of your whole family. Your mom, Stacy, has her own following because of the family members. I think that's pretty cool. My
mom is a beast.
She's awesome. Yeah.
Trust me, we're average. Okay. My
mom is like superhero status. Yeah. It's just like we're here, they're like boom.
We're like the dirt on the floor compared to them.
Yeah, but they're definitely up there.
Yeah. So Kirsten, let me ask you this. What advice would you give to Tasha that she's down there, she's singing her stuff in Miami right now, to branch out wider? What would you say to her?
Well, first off, please send me your music. I want to hear it. That'd be awesome. Because I think, I know that right now we can't really see a lot of people, but to collaborate with different artists, which I'm pretty sure reach out to people that like you may be scared to reach out to because you never actually know who's going to just click instantly. I think also you could start off doing a lot of lives, which I'm sure you're doing anyways. All the regular things that just as an artist you have to be not scared to do. It's hard. I'm not going to lie, like right now.
It really is hard, like as a new artist. Like I literally started like 2 months, like 2-3 months ago, like releasing like my own music, and everything, everything started shutting down, and I was like, oh my God, because I really wanted to do some like local shows to kind of get my name around in Miami, and then everything is closed. So I'm like, okay, what do I do now? Like, how do people hear my music? So I'm like a little nerd, so I took taking a social media course to like get really good at like content creating and kind of getting to know what type of audience follows me and how to get people to notice me or hear my music. So it's I'm glad you're giving me advice, because I was gonna ask you either way before Brian did.
Wonderful.
But yeah, it's tough. It's tough in these streets in the entertainment industry, especially at this time. But those are all things that I've been like doing lives, doing, you know, and I've seen an increase, you know, little by little, you know, that takes step by step. So yes, I'll send you my music. I do Latin pop, so it's all of it is in English. I mean, not English, Spanish. So
that's
kind
fun.
of like do you know who Carol G, like Becky G? Okay, so it's kind of that type of vibe, like those.
Awesome.
So that's what
I'm gonna be like moving.
Yeah. So definitely, I will send you guys. You guys can hear it.
Nathasha, Kirsten, Karisma. I don't know if you know Joanna's website, Trending Me. This young lady, she has an amazing gift of the word. So if you girls are looking for someone to help collaborate and write songs, she's your girl. You can look at her about, and it's about a Barbie doll and her hair, and she resonates with her messaging. So as you were saying earlier, you know, the world knows I love you. There's the title of a song. I think you guys could make an amazing song together.
Dang.
That's so true.
That sounds super cool.
This is why we come together. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Everyone just has a piece of a puzzle, and it's so cool. So please, I would love to connect with all of you guys. Again,
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
You're a connector. Just putting the pieces together.
Yeah.
Making a bigger puzzle.
Yeah.
Everyone gets the cake.
Everybody.
Hey,
get it.
I've got plans for
That's
everybody.
not your accent.
You wait to the plans I've gotten. I can make it work during this coronavirus COVID-19 anyhow. So I've got the good.
We need plans in our lives.
Hey,
Kirsten,
Christmas.
I was actually.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Tosh.
Oh, I was gonna ask you because I heard the song that you released last month. Is it Seasons? Is that what
Yes, it's
so,
spelled interesting, but it is Seasons.
Because I was like, is it, you know, individual? But I'm like, it probably is Seasons, and I'm just like not catching it. But I wanted to ask you, what a song. I feel like a lot, like your song is definitely a song that is good to have in this moment, because, you know, a lot of people, I feel like it's about like personal growth, and a lot of people have trouble with, you know, personal growth because they're so caught up in a lot of other things that they don't take care of themselves, like emotionally and mentally and physically. So I just wanted to tell you I love the song. Like, I connected with the song, and it was beautiful. It was a great, beautiful song. So I just wanted to tell you that.
Thank you. Honestly, that means the world to me, because I mean, you know this, when you make music and it gets to actually touch people's hearts, like, that's like the greatest feeling ever. Because I know that, like, when you write a song for yourself anyway, there's plenty of songs that you can write for other people that you may not resonate the same.
Mm-hmm.
But when it's yours and someone like that you don't even know yet comes up and says that, it's like the best feeling in my heart. I feel like a kid again. So thank you so much for sharing that with me. I'm so glad.
That happened to me the other day. My first ever person that says, oh my God, like, I related to your lyrics, like, I needed to hear this song. I was like, oh my God, I was so excited. I literally posted the comment on my story. I'm like, guys, I feel so number one right now.
You are number one. That's the cool part. I really had to learn this. Like, it was so interesting because coming from a family that does have a lot of different numbers and things that they're doing that's exciting, like, it can sometimes get like, oh no, like, what am I doing? Like, am I doing enough? Or blah, 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 blah. And it was so interesting. The first time, like, I really understood social media, it was like when I first started, because it was a stressful thing. Like, it's a lot to do because you're like, am I doing it right? Like, am I doing it enough? Like, all this stuff. And it was so interesting. I posted a picture of me smiling, just like, or something like that. And I got 3 people message me. And one of them was like, hey, like, your smile made me not want to kill myself anymore.
Wow.
And another one was like, I don't ever want to cut myself or hurt myself again. And another person was like, I want to fix the relationship with my mom. And I was like, instantaneously it clicked. And it was like, wow, this is not about me. This has nothing to do with me. This is about my story influencing and helping people around the world that actually don't have families that are put together, or actually don't have security in themselves, or people loving on them and telling them that they're beautiful every day, or that they're going to make it, and that whatever their dreams are, that they have the same opportunity in their way, that they pursue that, and that they just have to believe in those things. And it's wild because watching, as you'll start seeing, and there's a lawnmower outside, it'll be very loud, it'll be great and exciting. But as you like start to like see your people that are enjoying your music, it's like one of my fans, she made a whole art museum. Like she started painting, and then she built an art museum, and she started having people come over, and like another person started writing songs. And when you start to see that when you're doing something that you love is inspiring someone else to feel the best version of themselves and do the things that they love, we all win. And I think that was it was really evident in our relationship, like me and Karisma and Christian and Crawford, like just when we started even blessing one another and like each other's giftings and working together as a unit, it's so crazy how much bigger it flourishes, and like how much more talent just is there. So like it's so exciting, and I know that we started that based upon the excitement, but it's really cool that no matter if someone's saying like, I love your song and it resonated with me, or like, hey, like I changed my life, you'll start watching I have to remind myself this every single day, because as an artist, I love it to be about me. I'm not gonna lie, like I love attention. I love like all the thrill of the stage and the fun, but like when I focus too deeply on what I'm doing, I lose sight of like why I'm doing something, and even deeper than that, like what is the point, like why am I putting myself through suffering of like trying to be all these things, when me just being me, resonating with someone else being them, is so much deeper. So it's fun. This is a really exhaustingly amazing journey of life.
That's what everyone says when it comes to the industry. It's just enjoy the journey. Don't even like let it get to you. Just you'll get to where you need to go, and just take it all in.
Yep. And I will tell you that it will happen over 1,000,000 times where you will think to yourself, what am I doing? And then you just have to be like, I'm okay, I'm gonna continue.
Like, trust the process. You're good.
Yep. Well, Karisma even just started some music too, and like fashion, and like I'm obviously a big sister, so I will speak so much about her, but even her journey, if she just went to, she's so good at making something so perfected, and she has an eye to see every single inch of something and create it into something beautiful. And so no matter what she touches, she makes awesome, which is a little annoying, but great at the same time. But and she chose, even in herself, she knew, and I think this is important for all artists or all people that are in any business, she knew when to stop for a second, because she was losing who she was. And I think that's what quarantine is doing for a lot of people, is like, even if you're in the office or something else, you've lost sight, you're blind, like, and so this is taking off the blinders. And I'm sure Karisma can tell you like even just a little bit about her story. My favorite, and I'm going to tell this just because it's fun about her hair, is that she always tells me this and I thought it was so cool, is that apparently there was this girl, Karisma loves art, and so she went to this thing called YWAM, and it's like missions, and it took a lot of her to actually go, because it was completely different than anything that she's ever kind of encountered. But she went into this house, and apparently before that there was this girl painting a picture, and the Lord told this girl to paint a picture with no hair, because a woman's going to come in and shave her hair off. Now Karisma walks into the house or whatever it is, and all of a sudden she starts feeling that she must cut her hair, and the Lord is telling her, hey, I want my identity to be in you rather than your hair and your looks to be your identity. So she starts cutting her hair and shaving her head, and she starts weeping. She's like, I feel like the most beautiful woman of all. The girl comes up to her and says, hi, God told me to draw a picture of a woman with no hair because you were going to come in here and shave your head. And she hands it to her. And every single time I'm like, bro, what?
Oh my God, I literally just got goosebumps. I wish you could freaking see them, but oh my God.
And I'm like,
even my phone.
That right there, that is why, there's so much more to like everything we're doing. And that's why like even that simple story, like it's so powerful and I love it. So like, you know, there's sometimes, you know, when Karisma, I just love you so much. But anyways, no matter what you're doing in your journey of music or like all these other things, like even my other brother, Christian, he knew a moment where he just needed to slow down for a second and be like, whoa, where am I? You know, and I think that so often we're like hit in the face with that's wrong, or like, why are you slowing down, or you're too old for this, or blah, 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 the list goes on. But it really absolutely means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. It's just fake news. So just always remember that.
we got about 3 minutes. I think one of the things why again, there's many reasons why I like this family and when I tell everybody about them, is that I like talking to Chris. People don't realize that he started when he was 12 years old doing this. My view, he's one of the forefront of that. And then the family has all come together around everybody. That's highly unusual. That's what makes you Collins family so special. The fact that you're from Canada is a great thing also, because look where Joanna is, look where Sherry is, the Katarina. You know, all of a sudden I get all the Canadians. Why me? But that's a good thing. But you know,
an amazing hockey team around you, Brian.
There you go. We got this. Woo!
I know. So really, really quickly. So because the Collins girls love going to the gifting suites. So I've created something where the gifting suites are going to come through us now. So when I have these new technology and all these things coming, since you guys have always been invited, you guys will get a chance to share on all the gifts that I got coming. I have some.
Awesome.
I'm ready for some gifts. Who doesn't like gifts?
So when Terry, you know, Terry and Victoria, who they know, I put everybody together. Terry's the one to interview all of them. So it's always fun to see Kizzy when she comes and, you know, Karisma when she comes. And it's always good to go out and support them because we have to always support each other. And that's one reason why I like to put certain people together. There's a lot of people that I don't bring in that see all this stuff and they just want to get in, but it can't be like that. You have to be special. You have to have something, but you have to also learn to co-create and get along. Because I believe in peace, and it took me 16 years to believe in that. So I want nothing but happiness for all the people that are around me. That's why I put certain people together, and it works, as you see. And nothing gets better than that. Joanna, give your website so everybody can look on.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
It is trendingme.ca.
Trendingme.ca? Okay, I'm going to, Karisma, write it down if you have a pen.
Me too. I'm going to go check it out literally after this.
Nathasha?
And well, you can all follow me at Vocally Tosh on Instagram or just Nathasha Rumbos on everything. Spotify, Apple Music, all that good stuff. Nathasha Rumbos.
Did you just write it down, Karisma? You got it.
Yeah, Vocally Tosh. Is that like 2 L's?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And Sherry Nelson, because watch what happens with Sherry, what I've got created for her. She's doing a lot of things right now, but watch what I really have up my sleeve for her.
Ooh, all right, Sherry, that's what I'm talking about. You got special there.
All right, Sherry, give your website. I mean, your
no website. I'm not fancy like you girls. Just Instagram, Twitter, XOXO, Sherry XO, and Facebook, Sherry Nelson.
But did you get that?
XO Sherry. XO.
I'm following you, girls. I'll send you a note.
And Kirsten, go ahead.
Perfect.
Oh, Kirsten Collins Music. It's Kirsten, or Kirsten Collins. You can come and chat it up, listen to some music. I've got a new single coming out on Friday, so please look out for that. Yes, I'm so stoked.
What's the name of it?
It's called Up and Away. It's Up and Away moment.
And Superstar?
I'm just Karisma Collins on everything. So Karisma Collins. Yeah.
All right. I want to thank everybody for this. I wanted to get you guys together for a reason because you guys all mesh together, which is a good thing. Plus, you have something every day, especially for Joanna with Trending Me. I think that's a very special site, and that obviously came from Sherry. So that's good. But Tosh out of Florida, that's something to watch too. So that'll be interesting to see how everything involves. So with this, I want to thank Joanna, Tosh, Karisma, Kirsten, and Sherry. This is Brian Sebastian, Movie Reviews and More, Women on TV.tv, the Women's Broadcast TV Network. Oh, and Sherry, by the way, I put their mom together with Edie, and they just adore each other. It was so fun to see them in the corner praying after that show. I had done with Victoria and the family, and I'll never forget that. So with that, we will see everybody. If you see someone without a smile, give them one of yours because the world needs it. Right, girls?
Yes.
Aw.
We
Yes.
love you guys.